Now let's bring in our Patrick Reevell just outside Buckingham Palace. So, Patrick, we're being told that Andrew has been released, but is under investigation and not charged. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, Kira, as you say, just in the past half hour or so, Andrew has been seen leaving the police station. He was captured on camera by reporters there. As you say, the police saying that he's being released and remains under investigation. At the moment, it does not yet appear that charges have been brought against him. We had heard from prosecutors saying they had not yet advised the police on whether a case could be brought against him. Usually in the UK, police do the investigating and then prosecutors assess the evidence and decide whether enough can be brought, whether the evidence is sufficient to bring a trial. But obviously, we still know very little about what these allegations are. We understand that it is related to these emails in the Epstein files where it appears that Andrew was basically passing sensitive information to Jeffrey Epstein about his travels as a trade envoy. And as a trade envoy, he would have been, in theory, bound by some rules of confidentiality under British government policy and law. But as you say, for now, we don't yet know too much more about that. But clearly an absolutely extraordinary day here in the UK, one that is unprecedented for the royal family. No royal has been arrested in modern history, and so a very difficult day for the royal family and for the monarchy.
Yeah, 400 years since that happened last time. So what comes next for the former prince?
I mean, that's a great question. Obviously we've seen him now leave the police station, and frankly, nobody knows. Will now this lead to him having charges brought against him? Will he go on trial? If he goes to trial, would it be successful if he was convicted? He's currently being arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. And so, there's a very broad range of penalties for that. It can be up to life imprisonment, but of course it can also be much, much less severe than that. I think if it was related to leaking information as a trade envoy, it's probably likely to be less severe. But equally, we don't know if the police could have perhaps found something else while they were investigating it. It's possible that these emails and the enormous pressure around Andrew that has come out because of the Epstein files in the US, because of that enormous pressure, the police have been pushed into looking into this more, and it's possible that they've discovered something else, perhaps even more serious. We do not know, but for the time being, of course, Andrew has always vehemently denied any wrongdoing. At the moment, he is under investigation, so huge numbers of questions and an extraordinary development, and this story very, very far from over, Kira.
Patrick Reevell, we'll stay on the story. Thank you.